Deane's house. Michael and Stephanie Deane, they live in my town of Stafford, Virginia, and I met them about 11 years ago. Michael's dad was getting older in age, and Michael needed to get custody of his dad to assist him, because he had Alzheimer's. So Michael came to see me, and we helped his dad. His dad's name was Cleveland Philip Deane. And when I got to know them and their family, I saw that Cleveland had a Corvette. I've always been interested in Corvettes, so I would talk to Cleveland about his Corvette. And when he did, he could talk about the Corvette, and he liked the Corvette. And it was his car. It was kind of his dream car. After Cleveland passed away, I asked Michael what he was going to do with the Corvette, and he really didn't know. And so I offered to purchase it from him for $500 with the promise that I would get it back on the road, because by that time it had been sitting in the front yard, just kind of sinking into the yard for years. And so that's how I got the Corvette. And so right now we're headed over to Michael and Stephanie's house. They've not seen the Corvette since we finished it. I've stayed in touch with them over the years, and I've let them know that it's, the progress, but I specifically did not tell them anything about it. So this is going to be the first time they see it, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, here we go. All right, I'm standing here with Michael Deane and the 1974 Corvette. And Michael, you're very familiar with this car.
Very familiar.
How are you familiar with this car?
This was my dad's car. He had bought it used, had it for, oh my gosh, years. It was his car. He loved it. Later on, he kind of lost interest in it, got up in age, but that was his car. He loved it. And I tell you, I wish he could see it now. I really do.
So he bought this car in, I think you showed me the receipt, 1978?
78.
And he kept it until he passed away, is that right? And when did he pass away?
That was in 2010.
2010. And so the way I met Michael is I'm a local attorney in town, and we had to get custody of your dad.
Right.
Because he was it Alzheimer, dementia, what was it?
Alzheimer.
So I helped you get custody of your dad.
Right.
And then after he passed away, you sold me this car for, I think, $500.
Exactly.
I think, right?
Yep, it was $500.
That was in 2010, right after he passed away.
Right.
And then it sat in my yard for 10 years, basically, until my son and I decided to start restoring it. So what do you think about it? How does it look now, and what's different about it? Obviously the color is different.
The color is different, the side pipes, the top. It looks really good. Y'all did a really good job.
And you sent me a picture, and we're going to show this picture online, of you and your wife, then not wife, then girlfriend, right?
Girlfriend, yep.
Stephanie.
Yep.
And she was a looker in
Yep.
1983. I saw it. Now, your dad allowed you to take this car to prom, is that right?
Prom,
And that
correct.
was at, what, Stafford High School?
No, that was
Or was it
Potomac
Woodford?
High School.
Potomac High School.
Potomac High School.
And you got your tuxedo, and you went to go pick up your best girl
Yep.
in a Corvette.
We were the talk of the town.
You were the talk of the town.
Yeah, I think we were the only ones showing up in a Corvette.
You absolutely were the only one showing up in a Corvette back
Yep.
then.
Yep. I remember Dad, we were getting ready, I was taking a station wagon, and Dad came out the door and said, "Here, have a good night." And I said, okay. I said, that'll work out perfect. I think Stephanie even remembers that.
Yep, we were getting in the panel station wagon.
Yep. Wood paneled station
You
wagon.
were actually you were all dressed up, getting in the station wagon, and
And
Dad throws
came
you
out.
the keys to the Corvette.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. Good times.
Now your dad, Cleveland Philip Deane.
Yep.
And did he always like Corvettes, or was this his only Corvette? Did he
That
have
was
others?
his only Corvette. He loved Corvettes. Always wanted one. I remember the story of him coming through Woodbridge, passing Cope Ford, and seeing it sitting in the used car lot. Came home, got Mom, and went all the way back down and bought the car.
And did he buy this car as like a weekend driver? Was this his daily
It
driver?
was his daily driver.
So he drove it
Yep,
all
he
the
drove
time.
it, Yep. He drove it to and from work.
When you gave it to me, it had about 58,000 miles on the odometer.
Yep.
Was that 158,000 miles? You
No.
think? No, it was 58,000.
It was 58,000. Yep. Yep. It didn't have very many miles on it when he bought it.
Okay.
It was pretty much new. It was used, but it was new. Somebody let it sit.
Well, let me tell you, Michael, I have thoroughly enjoyed restoring this car, especially with my son. I've told you that as I'm working on the car, I think about Cleveland.
Yep.
I didn't know him, but I'm driving Cleveland's car,
Yep.
and it's kind of special to me. So, buddy, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me do it.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
All right, you'll see more of the 74 Corvette and all of its adventures. And as we continue to have adventures, a little piece of Cleveland will be going with us the whole time. All right?
Awesome.
Thank you.